Don from Outdoors with Don and Bob. And I thought today, oh, lost him. I was about to say, thought today I'd try a little bit of fly rod fishing for some bass and some bluegill and some crappie. Take a little bit of shot at all three of them. See what comes up. Working a couple small lakes here. Pretty windy today, so I'm really going to try to find spots where I can use the wind in my advantage. But sometimes you got to go where the fish are, and that's not necessarily advantageous with the wind. So we'll see how it works out. There we go. A bluegill. Not a bad little gill. Fat little thing. Got another one. Get him up here. Got my fly line messed around. They're not very big, but Paul, I'll tell you what, they're chunky little things. There you go. Not as big as I'd like, but as I said, we'll take the fish, and it's fun to catch, especially on a fly rod. There we go. Another nice little black one. Guys, if you have never fly fished before, don't be intimidated by it. Give it a try. You don't need to spend a bundle. This is a Martin rod and reel combo. I got it at Walmart for like $30, $35. Now, I've had some other fly rods in the past and I'd lost those and through one reason or another, so I had to start over. I just bought this for like 30 bucks. And you can watch this and you can tell I'm not the best fly rod fisherman in the world. My casting isn't great, but you know what? It's good enough. I can catch some crappie. I'll catch some bluegill, some bass. It really doesn't take a whole lot. A little practice in your backyard, and you can have a lot of fun with a fly rod. But you know, people you get so concerned that, oh, I don't know anything about fly rod fishing. If you've been watching what I'm using right here today, I'm using a crappie jig, a rubber body crappie jig on a hook. I use those Berkeley power bait worms on a hook. So I mean, it's not like you have to be, I gotta know the flies and match the hatch. Forget all that stuff. Go out, put something on, throw it out there and catch something. If you want to get more into it, you can always go do that. If you just want to go out and catch a few fish, guess what? You can go do that too. And you don't have to spend a ton of money. Don't be intimidated by it, thinking you got to know all this stuff. Hey, you can learn how to cast and get it out there a little bit, and that'll be enough to catch some fish. And it is a lot of fun, and I'll guarantee you, there are times you will catch fish with a fly rod. Nobody else is catching anything. There we go. You just they're kind of little. They don't hit very hard. So basically you just you keep an eye on the fly line. It's almost like fishing a plastic worm. Keeping an eye on the line, and when the line starts moving, that's the time. There we go. Hey, that's a runner. I'd have a little bigger one, huh? There you go. Got a little bigger one. Still not real big, but at least bigger than the last 2 or 3 that I caught, or a few, so that's not bad. There we go. That's a decent little fish, yeah. That's a decent little crappie. Not as big as one I caught a while back, but I got it wedged down in there. There we go. There we go. A little one. Well guys, I'm going to take a minute and explain a little what I'm using for the crappie and the fly rod. I tried earlier, I was using one of these rubber bodies that I use for the bluegill the other day. I switched over and went to some spiders, but I could not get them to sink. So what I'm using is a plain everyday hook. Happened to be a longer shanked one. And I'm using Berkley power bait. And as you can see, it's basically just, there's a worm. They got a rubber head on them. I have a 3-inch, and I've been just pulling the heads off and giving myself a worm, mounting it straight on the hook, and flipping it out there with the fly rod. And while the fly rod purist may think, ooh, you know what, it's catching fish, and that's about all I care about. I can't say I've ever been a real purist fisherman one way or the other for anything. I just like to catch fish. There we go. If you also notice, we're pulling out black crappie and white crappie both. I did have a nice black crappie a little earlier. Unfortunately, I didn't have the camera on at the time, so I don't have a video of that one. It would figure so far it's the best fish I've caught today. There we go. Oh, again. Pulling her out of the water. Hunky little thing. Oh, there we go. There we go. Hey, that's not a bluegill or a crappie. That's a nice little bass. There we go. Not very big. Holding close to the camera, it looks bigger, but it's on a fly rod. Well guys, I think we're about to call it good. Didn't catch any huge fish today, but had a lot of fun. Caught bass, caught bluegill, and caught crappie. So all in all, not bad. Fun day with the fly rod. Like I said guys, don't be intimidated by fly rods. Just go out and find yourself one. They're not high priced. Go out and give them a try, and I think you'll find out you can have a lot of fun for not a lot of money. So thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again soon.